Cleveland left a 41% shooter alone. Josh Hart answered with 26. That is the short version. The long version is this. The Cavaliers parked Jarrett Allen on Hart for the entire night. They told their rim protector to sag off the wing and tag every Brunson drive. The trade only works if Hart shoots like a non-shooter. Hart shot 5 of 11 from 3, 26 points, a playoff career high. He triggered the third quarter run that ended the game. This is the story of a coverage scheme that was wrong on paper. It was wrong on the scoreboard. It broke inside 5.5 game clock minutes, 18-0. Start with what Cleveland thought they had. Game 2, Eastern Conference Finals. Cleveland down 1-0 on the road at Madison Square Garden. The plan came out of the Cleveland film room and out of every other defensive playbook the Knicks had seen this postseason. Park Jarrett Allen on Josh Hart. Let the 7-foot rim protector sag 8 to 12 feet off his man. Use him as an extra body in the paint. Tag every Brunson drive. Crowd every Karl-Anthony Towns post catch. The math behind the choice is orthodox playoff defense. Help off the lowest usage shooter. Stack the lane against the engines. Atlanta ran it earlier in the playoffs against the same Knicks. Detroit ran it. Boston ran versions of it. The book on the Knicks says you stop Brunson and Towns and the offense disappears. The first half said the book was right. Brunson took 6 shots and made 1. 2 points at the break. The Cavs led by 1, 51-50. Here is the problem with the math. Hart shoots 41.3% from 3 across the regular season. That is not a hideable shooter. That is a top-tier role player who pays bills when the defense looks away. The trade-off only balances if Hart shoots closer to 32% than to 41%. At 41.3%, every open Hart catch costs Cleveland roughly 1.24 expected points. Every Brunson drive into help saves them around 0.4 of a point. You need 3 Brunson stops for every Hart open look just to break even. Cleveland was not going to get 3. The chalkboard was already broken at halftime. The scoreboard did not know yet. 41%, 26 points. The chalkboard did not fix itself at halftime. Brunson did. Cleveland's scheme did not change in the locker room. Allen still parked on Hart. The trade was still the trade. What changed was Brunson's decision tree. In the first half, Brunson tried to score through the paint Cleveland had stacked. He went 1 of 6, 2 points at the break. In the second half, he stopped scoring and started passing. He took the paint Cleveland gave him. He drew the help Cleveland had pre-committed. He kicked to the shooter Cleveland had decided not to defend. Watch the 18-0. Brunson brings the ball over half court. Towns sets a delayed screen at the top of the key. Brunson rejects it. He drives middle. Allen, parked at the elbow on Hart, slides to the nail to tag the drive. Weak side, Hart relocates. He curls off a baseline pin down from Mikal Bridges. He lifts to the strong side corner. Allen, already at the nail, cannot recover in time. The closeout distance is 12 feet. Brunson kicks. Hart catches. No defender within 8 feet. Release. Twice inside 90 seconds, the same chain. Brunson finds Hart twice. Both threes fall. The third triple lands after Cleveland finally breaks the run. The coverage does not adjust. The coverage cannot adjust without dismantling the entire defensive plan. 6 Hart points inside the burst. 0 Cavs points across the same 5.5-minute stretch. 2 Brunson assists to Hart threes inside the run. The chain weaponized Cleveland's own scheme. Cleveland gave Brunson the paint. Brunson gave Hart the corner. Cleveland's rim protector watched a 41% shooter release uncontested from his pre-committed help position. 18-0 in 5.5 game clock minutes. The chalkboard caught up. The scoreboard caught up next. The before and after for Cleveland sits in the third quarter splits. First half Cavs offense, 51 points, functional. They led at the break. The half-court system they wanted to run was the system they ran. Post catches for Evan Mobley. Handoffs for Donovan Mitchell. The scheme was working at both ends. Third quarter Cavs offense, 14 points for the entire frame. 0 points across a 5-minute, 30-second stretch. The Cavs ran the same plays they had run in the first half. Different result. The lazy take is that they went cold. Variance is the universal explanation that prevents analysis. The chalkboard answer is that the cold stretch was downstream of the same scheme that built Hart's open looks. The Cavs surrendered live ball kickouts and corner threes. Those possessions end in two ways: either the three falls and the Knicks inbound, or the three misses long and the Knicks run out in transition. Either way, Cleveland never got their preferred half-court reset. No post Mobley, no screen for Mitchell, no work the clock down to 6. They got pace they did not want. Against a defense that was already set, they took the shots that pace produces. Final Cleveland line for the game: 38.8% from the field, 25.7% from three. The shot menu shrank as the lead grew. The lead grew because the shot menu shrank. The Knicks did not need to score more to extend the margin. They needed Cleveland to take harder shots. The Allen on Hart trade produced both sides of the same swing. Open looks one possession, hurried looks the next. Same roster, same coverage, the scoreboard caught up to the math. Here is the question: was this Hart's ceiling or Cleveland's floor? The Steelman from the Cavaliers side reads like this: Hart had a playoff career night. Variance regresses. The Cavs were cold. They will not shoot 25.7% from three again. Game 3 is in Cleveland with a friendly crowd. Cleveland's coverage is sound. Every defense in the playoffs gives the lowest priority shooter the most help. Atlanta did it. Detroit did it. The Knicks just won one quarter against the math. The series is not decided. The Steelman fails on two numbers. First, Hart's 26 points was not variance. The expected value of an open three from a 41.3% shooter is 1.24 points per possession. The Cavs gave Hart roughly 12 open look possessions across the second half. The expected outcome of that volume is approximately 15 points. Hart scored modestly above expectation, not catastrophically above it. The catastrophe was Cleveland's design choice. It was not Hart's hot night. Second, Cleveland's 25.7% from three is the floor of the shot menu their broken scheme produced. It is not variance to regress from. It is the shot quality their scheme conceded. Game 3 does not regress unless Cleveland changes the scheme. Changing the scheme means letting Allen guard Brunson and Towns one-on-one in the paint without the extra body. That is the trade. The trade has not been balanced by a new piece of information. It has been exposed by 26 points and a 5.5-minute scoreless stretch. The verdict: 3 zones of the same coverage trade. Read them in order. Zone 1, the trade. Allen sags off Hart. The paint loads against Brunson and Towns. Cleveland trades 1.24 expected points per open Hart catch for 0.4 of a point per contested Brunson finish. Zone 2, the budget. Hart shoots 41.3% from three. The trade only balances at 32%. Cleveland budgeted for a shooter who did not exist on the floor. Zone 3, the burst. Brunson stopped scoring and started passing. The overspent budget vaporized in 5 minutes 30 of game clock. 18 unanswered, 2 Brunson assists to Hart threes inside the run, Hart with 26 on the night. Cleveland with no answer that did not require burning the entire scheme. A 41% three-point shooter left alone is not a coverage. It is a refund waiting to be collected. Game 3 tips in Cleveland in 48 hours. The Cavs have one decision: keep Allen on Hart and trust that the math regresses, or move him off Hart and trust Mobley one-on-one against Towns in the post. Both choices cost something. The series will be decided by which cost the Cavs would rather pay. Next episode of Chalk Tactics, we look at how the Western Conference Finals are being decided in transition, whether the team that runs first really wins, or whether that book needs a new chapter.